All right, so the Ultramarines, today we're playing with a Supreme Command detachment and a battalion. Guilliman, of course, is the Warlord, king of the rerolls. He's leading the charge. In the battalion, we got 2 HQs. Tigurius, he's rocking Veil of Time, Might of Heroes, and Psychic Fortress. We have a Chaplain on bike. He's going to be upgraded to a Master of Sanctity, so he knows 2 litanies. His litanies Catechism, Fire, and Focus, so that's +1 to hit and +1 to wound and shooting. Elites, I'm rocking 2 Victrix Guard and a Apothecary. We make him a super Apothecary. We give him a relic of +3 to his aura, so his 6-inch bubble for his 6-up Feel No Pain. 1 big unit of 5 Blade Guard veterans. Heavies, we got a unit of Assault Intercessors. I've got a relic on the Sergeant, so make his gun Master Crafted. We got a unit of Devs with Grab Guns and a Cherub, and a unit of Las Cannons. On the troop side, we have 2 units of 5 Infiltrators with Helix Gauntlets, 1 big 10-man of Assault Bolter Intercessors. Sergeant has a Power Fist, and that'll do it. So we're right at 2,000 points. Let's go to our opposition, Space Wolves, and see.
All right, so for the Wolves, we have a single battalion. It's Space Wolf Successors. So they're Born Heroes, which is +1 a hit on the charge, and Whirlwind of Range, which is exploding 6s in combat at all times. So leading the battalion, we have a Chapter Master. He has Sug of the Hunter, which gives him advance in charge, fall back in charge, and +1 to advance in charge for both of those. The cool thing with him is that if he makes a charge, for the next phase, he gives an aura of advance in charge to everyone. He also has the Imperium Sword, which is the +1 strength and attacks on the charge. And then the relics are Frost Claws. So he says +1 strength and +1 damage on his Lightning Claws. So the strength 5, AP 2 damage. Then we have a Librarian. He has Murderous Hurricane, which is select the unit within 18 inches. They fight last, and they can't overwatch. And then Stormcaller is just a 6-inch aura of cover. And then we have a Chaplain. He's a Master of Sanctity, so he has Wise Orator, which is a +1 for Litanies. And then he has Catechism of he has Canticle of Hate for the rerolling combat. He has +2 to charge, and he has +1 in shooting. So in troops,
you're good. Keep talking.
Yeah. All right. In troops, we have a squad of Infiltrators. We have 2 squads of Blood Claws, so they're just chainswords and bolt pistols. They're just cheap OPSEC. Then in the elites, we have 3 units of Wolf Guard, all of these with Lightning Claws and Storm Shields. We also have a squad of Wolfen with 4 Thunderhammers. They're pretty good in combat. They just die really quickly. We have 2 identical Redemptors with Plasma, Onslaught, Storm Bolters. One of them will have a pod on the top. And then in fast attack, we have 3 units of Sky Claws, which are just Blood Claws with jump packs, just chainswords and bolt pistols. And that's pretty much it.
All right, so we've got Scorched Earth as the mission, if you guys didn't know that already. And Thomas has deployed everything on a straight line, basically, all right here on this side of the board. And then he put some Infiltrators out here in the forest. So he's got his guns up front. He's got a lot of combat coming in as well. And Guilliman, obviously, is just kind of chilling there. He's also put a squad of Infiltrators out into the middle to block him from getting easy Oath of Moments, and also just kind of making so his Infiltrators can't sit in the middle. Then when we look over at Jamie's side, he's got some guys behind a box here on an objective. Huge clump up here. Jamie, what are these guys exactly? Give me a quick rundown.
So we have 2 units of Wolf Guard. These are Vanguard veterans, which is just Space Wolves with Lightning Claws and Storm Shields. 1 unit of Sky Claws, which is just Assault Marines with jump packs and chainswords. Unit of Wolfen with Thunderhammers, Chapter Master with Frost Claws, and then all the characters in the back.
Now we've got some more characters here. 2 Redemptors and some Blood Claws. And then he put his Infiltrators all the way out in the middle of the board. Thomas won the roll-off. He's going first. So let's get into his movement. So what Thomas has done at the end of his movement phase is he's moved the Grab guys up here to do some shooting. He has shuffled Blade Guard around the building here and some Victrix. And everything else is moving up, moving on up. And that's it. So we'll see how his shooting goes. All right, so coming out of Thomas's turn into Jamie's, just kind of recap here what happened. Thomas blew a bunch of CP, shot Grabs, charged him, didn't really do what he needed to do, but he did force Jamie to fall back here, so he gets less points on his secondary. Jamie's kind of moving everything up to kill this Grab squad. He's got to kill 1 unit to deny Thomas grind it down. And then he's also going to pick up his Oath of Moment because he's going up in the front. And he's going to get a charge off over here. What did we say? You need a 6-inch charge?
6-inch charge, rerollable because of the Wolfen and the
And
+2 because of the Litanies.
all he needs to do is get that, and then he's going to get his full engage, and he's got 2 banners going down. So that's kind of where we're at, and he's going to go into his psychic and then his shooting and punching. So Jamie did all of his shooting and charging. He was able to pick up the Grav squad that was over here with his dreadnoughts. And then over here, he made the 6-inch charge like we talked about. Thomas made the most saves ever. Obviously, if you're watching the summary, go tune into the live stream and check that out. It was absolutely disgusting. And Thomas has moved up now. He's going to try to use these intercessors to really shoot. He's going to grow back a Hellblaster from one that died, and he's just going to see how much damage he can do with shooting. And then he's got his Blade Guard running up here to go and claim this objective. In Thomas's shooting phase, just to give a quick recap of what happened, he shot the guys that were on the center. He double tapped to kill them, and then he killed 2 Wolfen or 3?
2 Wolfen.
2 Wolfen that were back here that he was able to see. He charged up with the Blade Guard, and he was able to kill the Infiltrators here. So he killed 3 things, which is really good. Going on to Jamie's turn 2. All right, so wrapping up Jamie's turn 2 with the Space Wolves. He came in here on the Blade Guard. He killed 3 of them. Thomas was able to come in here and grab his objective. He was hoping to kill all the Blade Guard, but he was not able to. He killed a unit over here, took Thomas's primary and his banners, so really good there. He was able to deep strike into the middle, get his oath, and keep some board control there. And then over on this big old fight here, he went in on the 10-man intercessors, and he killed them all, right?
Killed them all.
So he killed all of them. A lot of swings.
Wolfen killed like, what, 8?
Yeah, Wolfen did work.
Right? So it was
You kept those alive in
Yeah,
exchange.
he kept the Blade Guard alive instead of
I
them.
don't know if that was the right choice. You did roll better over there, and it did save these guys, so it got me 5 points. I could have just lost both of those. I got none. So
It was 8 points because it also gets you the
kill more.
Super close game going into 3. Let's see what Thomas does this turn.
All right, so this is top of turn 3. It's kind of go time. Guilliman has to move up to threaten this big block of guys. He did a good job of keeping them on the wrong side of the ruins. I did run the Hellblasters inside this thing. I do need to grow another guy back, so that's about to happen. These last cans could not get line of sight where they really wanted to shoot down here, so they just pushed up to add some fire into the center so he can't get Oath a moment without sending somebody there. Right here, the Blade Guard spent a command point to leave that Dreadnought. 2 guys, questionable if they can deal the damage they need to here, but maybe if he fell some Storm Shields and it don't roll like Blade Guard normally roll. And yeah, we just sent some characters right up here to try to challenge the center if for all reasons he stays alive. So that's it. Let's go to
Shooting.
So at the end of top of 3, Thomas just filled his turn. Guilliman charged in, destroyed some Blood Claws. Did not care less. These Hellblasters killed some Wolfen. The Apothecary was the only one to make the charge into the midboard and killed both of the Sky Claws. Over here, we both bounced off each other. He survived on 1 wound. I don't know how he did it again. But we're still just slogging each other. And we're about to go into bottom of 3. Space Wolves movement. The Chaplains moved back to keep that objective safe and stay outside of Guilliman range. This Redemptor's moved up to hold this objective and shoot across the map. This Redemptor's coming up chasing this Blade Guard. And in here, we're about to see the Chapter Master go into the Master of Sanctity, as well as some Wolf Guard. I'm hoping these Hellblasters die because they just do not die. And then the Librarian is going on a suicide run.
He was able to kill a couple Devastators, and I fought back and did a wound to him. Poor Chaplain made a lot of saves valiantly, but he did die. So that's going to give him a lot of points there, getting a character and getting the center. Over here, a foregone conclusion, the 1 wound die. He gets shot by that dude and then died. So that's it. We're going to score it up and go to turn 4.
All right, so this Librarian here just got smited. He's down to 1 wound.
I will need a 10 on dice.
Thomas is going to try to pick him up with pistols so that he can get more Codex Warfare points. So Thomas is going to try to do a lot of pistols, a lot of melee stuff. He's got Victrix Guard coming up over here. Guilliman's going to try to come up in the middle. So we'll see. We'll see what Thomas can do. It's a close one.
All right. If you're not watching this live, you need to go watch it because what the heck? Some crazy dicing has just happened. Last cannon, we were able to whittle down the guys here. so that I could shoot las cannons from this Devastator squad that fell back.
6 damage on the last
Ultramarines. He got 1 through on the captain, rolled a 6, smoked him. Hellblasters got grown back, so that what aided the extra shooting. Apothecary go. The Apothecary delivered the death blow with his pistol on this guy here after I did a risky smite. Didn't want to kill him with the smite because I wanted to get a point for Codex Warfare, and I got it. All Hail Marying. And then I had a real big choice here. Charge here or charge through the wall to stop banners. I elected to go for this. I needed an 8 through the force. I made the 8. I charged, hit him with 6 wounds, and that sucker hit 6-4 up, straight up, and stayed alive. And then he wounded me. Like, what the heck? So, great turn. Fantastic action. Crap. So now we're going on to the turn, bottom of turn 4. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. This is the bottom of my turn 5. We did all the things we could do. We put these guys back into Devastator Doctrine, or I could have, just to try to get a point. They failed to wound, re-rolling all the hits. They didn't even hit. Re-rolling everything. The Apothecary actually was in range with his pistol. He hits and wounded him, and he made his save.
So they move over. They do a banner.
And then over here, Guilliman came in hot, and the Chaplain rolled a bunch of saves and didn't die, so denied me another point for melee. Unbelievable. Codex Warfare, not a good choice, but it let me down even more. This guy didn't even live, so I'm not even going to get grinded down. His turn, he'll just run into the center, pick up points. He's going to max out Primaris. So he's done. He's going to take the win. Congratulations. The Space Wolf's a really hard-fought game. Enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. We'll read the final scores and check us out for the final post-recap videos if you want to see more in-depth details.